choose a 6-digit date. They're all just $1 to play, with drawings every day. Oh, excuse me. Hi, Mr. Willis.
I'm still looking for my paper.
Guess which part of the day is my favorite?
Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day top prize odds vary by game.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in June. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
I wanted to quit for so long, but I didn't know where to start.
I was afraid of what people would think, but then I found the right support to start my recovery journey. 1 in 14 Americans reports experiencing a substance use disorder, a treatable medical condition. Treatment can take many forms, so there are a variety of options to explore and find the one that works best for you. Recovery from drug addiction is possible.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
What's the most important thing about Warhorse Casino Lincoln? The people. The people who come to play and the people who make it all possible. Our team of trailblazers are the spirit behind everything we do. Join the Warhorse Casino family for a one-of-a-kind career. We're looking for driven individuals for our team in areas such as accounting, cashiering, currency drop and count, food and beverage, housekeeping, and more. Our team members are eligible for insurance and earn paid time off from day one. Not to mention paid holidays, 401k matching, discounts on meals, and the opportunity to advance at a growing company. If you're ready to blaze the trail, come to our next career fair on June 15th. We'll be interviewing on the spot from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Warhorse Gaming Office, located at 3730 South 14th Street in Lincoln. Fill out your application ahead of time to expedite the process and view all open positions at warhorsecasino.com. Get in the game today.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Old School with DP and J.
How many do you think Bud has left in it?
Bud's the only one that knows, but I would imagine that Bud is at the one. He's trying to be the best fighter in the world. Period. Like until somebody's going to take that from him, and I'm not sure that anybody can. I don't know if Spence can. Spence would love to be that person, but Bud Crawford has denied people forever.
93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
3-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown.
Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Oh, yeah. It's the ticket. It's the ticket and the captain. It's the ticket and the captain. It's the ticket. Sound better than your little remix, don't it? Yeah.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. What's going on, bro?
Oh, man. Welcome to the ticket. 93.7.
The Captain Show.
Yeah.
Listen, I got to start us out just right. See, first of all, shout out to Nebraska holding another football camp, man. Those football camps are awesome, man. If you know kids that want to be a part of that, take them to the football camp. Trust me, take them to the football camp. It will be, it's life-changing. If nothing else, they're honing their skills. They get better. They're getting coached up. They're running through drills. They're doing the things that I would say is necessary. Now, with that being said, we had a whole long discussion where DP joined into the discussion about Skip, what's the other dude's name? Skip and Shannon.
Uncle Shannon.
Skip and Shannon. Skip. Okay? So, without further ado, Rico, if you would, Maestro.
If I missed anybody, guys, I'm sorry. I just love everybody. I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss this. To the fans that made all this possible, you've embraced me and allowed me to become your favorite TV uncle. And for that, I'm forever grateful. You rock with me when you knew very little about Shannon Sharpe, the guy that could come out here and talk. Hopefully you found me entertaining. Hopefully you found me educational. Hopefully you found all the things that I gave you that you looked for when you came and you turned in and you watched me and this man for 7 years. Last but not least, Skip Bayless. You fought for me, bro.
Did I?
I'm here because of you. You've allowed me to share the stage. You allowed me to share the platform.
Please, Rico, I'm sorry. He said, and because we're gonna replay it from the top. He said out of his own mouth, I'm here because of you. Right?
I mean, he's on that show because of him, because it's his show.
But
you know what?
At the same time, you the way Skip acted on that show, it's childish, it's immature. The things he did, it just shows that once you get power, that you let it go above your head, and that's why they breaking up, because Skip doesn't, he doesn't feel the.
Skip doesn't play well with others.
Yeah, he doesn't play well. It happened with Stephen A. Smith. It happens with everybody that comes onto the show.
It's going to happen with LaShawn McCoy.
What's the big guy that played basketball? That Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah.
This guy he's not easy to work with. Okay, you brought me on the show, but don't belittle me and down my skills.
Also, what is he gonna say if he wants to keep working in this profession? He's not gonna go on his final show and just be like, I hate you, you suck, this show is terrible.
Yeah,
I never wanted to be here, I didn't want to do this. He's gonna say, hey, thank you for all this, and then behind closed doors, he's like, I don't like you.
Yeah, F Skip. So
okay, so then if that's the case, then he definitely shouldn't be crying for Skip, huh?
Well,
it's called acting.
He's playing his role.
If it's called acting, don't y'all think that he had a role with Skip Bayless to play?
Well, it's a character.
They probably had a role, but Skip takes it too far.
Did he really?
Oh, yeah.
Take it from the top. Let's take it from the top.
If I missed anybody, guys, I'm sorry. I just love everybody. I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss this. To the fans that made all this possible, you've embraced me and allowed me to become your favorite TV uncle. And for that, I'm forever grateful. You rock with me when you knew very little about Shannon Sharpe, the guy that could come out here and talk. Hopefully you found me entertaining. Hopefully you found me educational. Hopefully you found all the things that I gave you that you looked for when you came and you turned in and you watched me and this man for 7 years. And last but not least, Skip Bayless. You fought for me, bro.
Did I?
I'm here because of you. You've allowed me to share the stage with you. You've allowed me to share the platform. I'm going to cry in the car, but I'm not going to cry now. The opportunity that you gave me to become what I became, I'm forever indebted to you. I'll never forget what you did for me. You've helped me grow more than you ever know.
Okay, this is not easy for me either. But
one more thing before you go, Skip. One more thing. All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, you know, I gave you everything I had.
You did.
I gave you everything I had.
Which is why I want to thank you
Stop
for
it,
all
Rico.
you have given to me.
Now, I like that part because, you know, I feel the same way about the captain. He brought me into this. DP didn't bring me into this. Nobody else brought me into this. The captain did. He put me on a platform where, you know, I wasn't good at talking. You know, I wasn't good at expressing myself. Now, I feel like Shannon sometimes. You know, I like to talk. You know, I like to get it off my chest. So I got to give my props where they're due because the captain is like Skip to me. You know, he started it for me. You know, he gave me the opportunity. Black shirt, come on, Terrell. Let's get in the radio. You know, and I embraced it. You know, Rico, Nick, Jake, Mark, all y'all, man. Y'all like family to me. So, you know, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
Is this your goodbye?
Yeah,
Are you leaving?
No, it's not my goodbye. But you know, it's things like that where people give you the opportunity where you have to think them. You know, you have to be professional about thinking that, man, because you don't want to burn no bridges. Now, Shannon Sharp, he's gonna go on somewhere bigger and better.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because you know that's the type of person he is. You know, he's a great man, great talker, great innovator. You know, he played the game. I knew some things that him and Skip did, you know, it didn't match together, you know, especially with the Tom Brady incident right there.
That
you
was,
know,
yeah.
that was one of the craziest things I ever heard somebody disrespecting a Super Bowl winner.
That one and DeMar Hamlin.
You know, it's things, it's the little things that we don't really pay attention to that you got to catch it with your own ears and eyes. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it goes.
Rico, play it from the top one more time.
I don't want to play it from the top. It's too long.
Yeah,
I'll
well,
start from here.
Start from here. Middle.
Okay, this is not easy for me either.
There you go.
But
One more thing before you go, Skip. One more thing. All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, you know, I gave you everything I had.
You did.
I gave you everything I had.
Which is why I want to thank you for all you have given to me. When I first took this job back in June of 2016, we had a whole nother format in mind until it became clear Shannon Sharp is available. And I said, I believe he can do this. And did you ever? The critics just savaged us when we first started. Undisputed will never last. FS1 will never last. Did we ever show them? I want to thank you for dedicating yourself to this job. It is a voracious beast of a show, day after day after day. You dedicated yourself to this job just the way you dedicated yourself to professional football as a Hall of Famer. I want to thank you for never taking a sick day. I want to thank you for preparing as hard as you could every single day, every single topic. I want to thank you for competing as hard as you competed with me, because the greatest compliment I can give you is you were a worthy adversary.
Oh, pause it.
And tell you that I love you.
Pause it right there, because we're gonna listen to Skip again. Or he said you were what?
Worthy.
Yeah, worthy what?
Adversary.
What is an adversary?
An enemy. Somebody you go against.
So
counterpart.
He said opponent. He said adversary. He said no sick days. Shannon said, I hope I've been entertaining. If you think for 1 second that this show is not entertainment, you're crazy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you think for 1
We've
second
been saying that.
It was good.
That Skip and Shannon Sharp are not friends, I would tell you that's a lie too.
They're not the best of friends.
I think that they are workplace proximity associates.
Yeah, because
obviously you guys ain't listened. You have not listened to that.
I've listened to the whole thing. I've heard it multiple
Okay,
times.
Rashawn, this is the thing.
Oh,
though.
not
This
the-
is
I'm
this
not
is-
talking
this is
about
a
the
handwritten.
snippet, though.
This is a handwritten letter for
I'm
Shannon
not
Sharp.
talking
you know?
about the snippet, sirs. I'm talking about the entire 10-minute deal. Have you watched that?
I've heard it.
The entire deal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say that they're more than just Rico.
What?
Outside of work, have me and you ever hung out?
Outside of work, no.
Thank you. That's a work associate. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I ask Black Shirt the same question, Black Shirt, have me and you hung out outside of the radio station?
Oh yeah, thousands of times.
Okay.
We're brothers. We're brothers.
Right. But my point is, there's a difference between a friendship, and if you go back and you listen, these guys are sharing things of their lives together. They're in different spots together. If you really dig, you can find it a little bit better. So they spent 7 years. Listen, he said Shannon Sharp never took a day off.
He took one day off.
Whatever. 7 years. One day?
Yeah.
How many people can say that they worked at their job for 7 years straight and never took but one day off?
Not many.
Well, not many can say they did that in a year.
Not many can say they worked 7 years at one job.
That's true. So all I'm simply saying is, I think that these guys are more together than we think, and I think that everything runs its course. And maybe it did get volatile. Maybe it got too volatile for TV. Like, we don't see what goes on off air, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and just because they're in the same spots together and taking pictures, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're friends. They can still not like each other, but do this for the cameras.
Yeah,
they can show up to the same spots and do this for social media to boost their ratings.
Yeah, because the things I read about them too, that they didn't talk before the show.
Nope.
You know, they didn't talk. Nothing was rehearsed. They was handed notes to, just to compare what they was doing. It got to the point where somebody had to leave. And, Shannon took the high road. He was going to leave anyway, I feel. So,
oh, yeah.
It's because his platform was bigger than Skip Bayless, so he had to leave. So now it's time for him.
Bigger than Skip Bayless. But Skip Bayless is who opened the door and chose Shannon Sharp to be put in that position. I don't know why you guys didn't listen to Shannon Sharp. He told you.
We understand that Skip Bayless brought him in, but the platform was getting bigger than the show for Shannon Sharp.
Shannon.
I mean, I would agree with that, but my whole point was that these guys aren't enemies. They're frenemies on air, and they're friends off air. How many kids does Shannon Sharp have?
2. 1, I think. 3.
Yeah,
but here's the thing, though. I wouldn't want to work with a guy who discredit my football skills. If you telling me, I don't care if you tell me that Levant David is better than me. But I got one thing that, I got that one thing that, like Tom Brady, he got, 5 Super Bowls, 6 Super Bowl rings. Shannon Sharp got how many? 3? You can't discredit that. You can't, you can't tell
still a
that
champion.
guy. I'm still a champion in any kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
And, just because you're a Tom Brady fan, that doesn't make Tom Brady better than you in life.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sit here and tell me that another guy is better than me and you never played the game.
Yeah.
So, it's things like, it's the little things that really, I think that this show had to end, because I think that probably Shannon was going to hurt Skip one day. You can only bottle in so much stuff.
Shannon ain't going to hurt Skip. Skip's 70-year-old white dude, man. Shannon Sharp is still could blow me and you up out the park. How are you kidding me? Shannon Sharp put his hands on Skip Bayless. First of all, Shannon Sharp walks through the airport with a miniature Schnauzer poodle deal. And I'm not saying that, but he was sure holding it like a baby. I mean, come on. $10,000 dog. Do you think a guy who buys a $10,000 dog is going to fight Skip Bayless? Please. Just like he wasn't going to fight at the basketball.
If you get pushed enough,
you never know if you get pushed enough. Like
was
Rico
doing all
said.
that woofing.
If you get pushed enough, you can snap.
He was doing all that woofing. I'm gonna see if I can't get some audio of either some of the most heated moments or the disrespect.
Go to Marcel Wallace Go to his
I
podcast.
got it already. I want to go.
And listen to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I'm not listening to Marcellus Wiley. Why would we have to do that when we can listen to Skip and Shannon?
Because these guys that been on the show with them too. These are guys that
that have worked with them.
that work with them, that knows the inside scoop.
Mhm.
Like LaShawn McCoy, he's good, but I don't think he's gonna tolerate half of the stuff that Shannon did. Because Shady ain't that type of guy.
No.
Man, let me just say this. Shady McCoy is making money for Shady McCoy. And if it takes Shady, if you heard any of Shady McCoy's takes, if you heard his takes, Shady McCoy basically said Dak Prescott is garbage. Called him hot garbage right now. That's what he called him. Okay. So all it's going to be is the exact same thing. The different twist is Shady McCoy. But they're going to go back and forth because people like back and forth. They love it.
Yeah.
So Shady McCoy is going to be next. You think Skip Bayless is going to hold his tongue with Shady McCoy?
So what happened with him and Stephen A. Smith?
Again, listen, just like anything else, two guys get together, right? They have something that's successful, right? What do they do a lot of times? They split off. They're still together, but they split off because now instead of me making $3 million and you making $3 million, I'm going to make 7 and you're going to make 7 because you got your own show, your own platform. They're building platforms. So I'm not going to sit here and say that they're the best of friends, but I cannot see them being enemies. I cannot see, based on what I've heard over all these years and what Shannon Sharp said out of his mouth. Now, you can call it Shannon Sharp being smart and being respectful, but I don't think so. I think that was truthful. A guy don't cry and become emotional because a guy that he didn't know for 7 years at all, he's leaving that show. So you telling me Skip Bayless just became disrespectful in 2022?
No, he's been disrespectful for the last 20 years of him doing whatever he was doing. First, he was disrespectful in the locker rooms against basketball players. That's why they put him out of that. They put him out of that.
Did they really put him out of that? Because now he can talk about it on a bigger platform than just the locker room.
Yeah, he talks about Charles Barkley all the time. I said Charles Barkley done disrespected him for 20 years. So it goes deeper than that. But the thing is, it's something we ain't caught up on. But if you do your homework long enough, you'll find little snippets of stuff that we need to know.
I mean, Shannon Sharp has already admitted that him and Skip aren't good friends.
Yeah. Yeah, like
they might not been good friends because of this last year, but believe me, Shannon Sharp knew when he took the job what the job consisted of.
I don't think he thought it would be that bad.
Him and Skip Bayless going back and forth. Period.
You can go back and forth and still have, like, Stephen A. and Skip are friends, and they went back and forth and yelled at each other all the time. You can go back and forth with each other and still have a nice friendship, still have a professional relationship. But with Skip and Shannon, they're back and forth, and the fact that they weren't really good friends outside of the show, he admitted helped with their on camera personalities, their on camera friendship, if you want to say. But outside of that, outside of the cameras, they weren't really friends. That's what he said.
I don't care what he said. These people are entertainers. They'll say anything.
That's what he said.
Skip or Shannon said that?
Yeah, Shannon said that from his own mouth.
I would like to get that audio then. I thought you said Skip.
It's like after all these years, Steve Wilkos didn't like Jerry Springer, but they had to work together. So 3 landing spots for Shannon Sharp: ESPN, FanDuel TV, and CBS.
I mean, what is he going to do?
I'd say CBS. ESPN's been letting go of a lot of people. I'd say CBS probably.
Yeah, I think that or FanDuel TV.
Yeah.
If FanDuel can outbid CBS.
But is he going to do actual, not like a show, but like analysis?
Well, he could go back to NFL
Network
on CBS.
Yeah.
That's not his wheelhouse. Talking about sports and giving his color. That ain't his wheelhouse. His wheelhouse is talking about stuff. Club Shay Shay. You watch Club Shay Shay?
Yeah, I listen to it all the time.
You do?
Matter of fact, I was just listening to the Dwayne Wade interview. 2 hours. Listen to it all night.
You did?
Yeah. That's one of my go-to things when I clean. That I listen to Shannon Sharp, Steve Harvey, and Dave Chappelle and Mike Tyson. Undisputed. Mike Tyson is good.
Club Shay Shay. That's a good name for a club, huh? Club Shay Shay.
Yeah.
Really? You go to Club Shay Shay?
Oh yeah, if it's popping.
It'll be like the Blue Oyster. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, I used to go to a club in Atlanta. I forgot the name of it, but it didn't open up to 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's wild.
Yeah, that is wild, and that's probably why you.
I used to come out of there about 11 o'clock in the morning like a vampire.
Ooh, the sun is bright. You wild.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
That's where everybody went though.
Throw it the break.
Listen, hold up. Before we throw it to break, and you don't get to say throw it to break, Rico. This is the captain show.
We gotta keep it on time.
Yeah, I get that part, but on time is 10:25. We've been doing this together. We know what it is. Okay,
It's 10:25.
Yeah, I know that, but we're getting ready to throw it to break. You just pump your brakes there, sir. Black shirt. You know who Ernie Beeler is?
Ernie Bueller. He's a broadcaster, ain't he?
Seriously?
Ernie Bueller.
Beeler.
No.
Ernie Beeler. He's a fellow black shirt.
No.
Left in 1993. I'm gonna see if I can get him on the line and just talk some turkey, talk some black shirt, talk some football. Right after this segment. Hey, we're power.
Bar.
Bauer.
Underground.
Bauer.
Infrastructure.
Right.
Excavated.
At the show brought to you by the Bowers. We'll be right back. 93.7 The T.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish all the dads out there a happy Father's Day. We hope that everyone is able to show how much they care for and respect the dads in their life for this weekend especially, but in everyday life too. This important message comes to you from Bart, Mike, and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Coppell discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Well, I'm an interior designer. A lot of builders don't have designers on staff. I'm included with our Aspen package and can make your home more custom to your taste, your needs, and your wants.
Rachel's our interior designer at Aspen Builders. She's one of the reasons that makes us really good at what we do. I'm Bob Benish, and we absolutely love how Rachel takes care of our clients.
I think the biggest challenge with building is a lot of clients are worried about all the choices. When they come in, they kind of have a deer in the headlights look. I like to ask people at the end, so what did you think? And usually they pause and they say, you know, you really broke it up, kept it simple. We just did one meeting at a time. So I wasn't looking at all the decisions I had to make. I had plenty of time to decide things. You walked me through it all. It made it simple.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-9462.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
How many times has the dad in your life complained about being tired and sore and done nothing about it? Why not change things up this year for Father's Day with a gift certificate for a massage from the Body Shop? It's not a day at the golf course or a new tool for the shop, but it is something that can make activities less painful going forward. Get Dad a gift certificate today for Father's Day at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
I wanted to quit for so long, but I didn't know where to start.
I was afraid of what people would think, but then I found the right support to start my recovery journey. 1 in 14 Americans reports experiencing a substance use disorder, a treatable medical condition. Treatment can take many forms, so there are a variety of options to explore and find the one that works best for you. Recovery from drug addiction is possible.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The sweet relief of air conditioning after a hot day in the summer sun. For only $2.88 a day, LES helps power life's special moments and your comfort. Learn more at les.com/value.
Heartland International in Lincoln reminds us that people today are facing more hardships than ever before. It's becoming all too common to hear that someone has become so desperate that they've taken their own life. People almost always warn those close to them that desperation is near. Be a shoulder to lean on and insist that they seek professional help. This message from Dennis and Penny Nunn at Heartland International in Lincoln, marketing quality products since 1974. Visit heartlandinternational.com. We're stronger when we help one another.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Like 3.7 The Tickets, the Captain Show. Black Shirt still putting on his headphones, trying to get himself situated. We are riding on in the fastest 2 hours in radio on this beautiful Wednesday. Black Shirt, I asked you about Ernie Wheeler, and I think Ernie will be able to tell us some things because I think, like, Ernie was a senior when I was a freshman. And a lot of times people don't get credit for what they do. And Ernie was one of those guys for me that wasn't that big, 5'11", 200, from Bayonne. I hope I'm saying that right, New Jersey. And you got to just think, senior year, which was my freshman year, you know, starting 8 games. But I just want to hear about him being a Black Shirt. What was his plot? He came from junior college like yourself, Terrell, from Ellsworth College. Did y'all play them?
No, we got our own league in Kansas. We got like 8 teams.
Okay, so but that was back in that day
Yeah.
You know, when the JUCOs back then were everybody with the great players came through JUCO.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not saying that great players don't come through JUCO, but I don't think they come as much as they were coming back then. Right? I mean, that's just and I could be wrong, but I don't see a lot of JUCO players. Like, how many JUCO players do we got at Nebraska?
I couldn't tell you.
Probably 2.
There's more.
3. I
No,
don't
well,
know.
there's more, but I'm saying that actually plays that we know came from JUCO. It's one. No, he didn't even come from JUCO. Yeah, I guess he did. Grant came from JUCO, didn't he?
Who that?
Grant.
Anthony Grant.
Yeah.
You got Kai Wallen from a JUCO in California.
Well, yeah, he started off at Florida State though. But what's the receiver? Omar Manning.
Omar Manning came from a JUCO.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people who came from JUCOs.
Yeah,
I don't know. I can tell you the exact number, but
I get that part. But I said come from JUCOs and to actually get out there and make a name for themselves, like the Toby Wrights, like the Ernie Beelers, like the Demario Williams, like the Terrell Farleys, like the Mike Roziers. Do you want me to keep going? There's a bunch that didn't, but I'm just saying the JUCO is not as desirable like it was back when we went play football. I don't think. More guys, I believe that are getting their grades and going on to play football. But I mean, unless we look at it, we don't know that for sure. I'm just simply saying that's what it looks like from the outside because I haven't heard of a JUCO guy. But and Omar Manning, what do you think he was the best receiver while he was at Nebraska?
Oh no,
but that was a whole different thing with him.
Yeah.
It wasn't a different thing. My point is, was he a better receiver coming from JUCO than Nebraska? Now, I'll tell you, Maurice Purify. Now, that was a JUCO guy that was that dude. Toby Wright. I'm telling you. So there is
David.
Yes. Levante David was JUCO too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Brandon Kenny.
I did not know that.
Before we get to Ernie, I do want to mention Ernie is going to be calling in. Ernie is on our Allo VIP line, and for 20 years, Allo's been disrupting the telecom game, providing meaningful connections, supporting businesses, and future-proofing communities. Switch to a reliable and buffer-free provider today at allofiber.com or call 402-480-6550. We do have Ernie Ziegler on our Allo VIP line.
Ernie Beeler.
Beeler, my bad.
Yeah, we might want to get that right. That's a real black shirt you talking to.
That's Beeler.
Yeah. Ernie Beeler. What's up?
B-L-E-R. Yes, what's good?
Yes. How you been, big bro, number one?
Fantastic, my man. Fantastic.
And then
just living life, blessed. Family's good.
So let's talk about this thing. Let's just dive right into it. Let's dive into some things real quick. Give us kind of the background, you being from Bayonne, New Jersey. Did I say that right? Is that how you say that, Bayonne?
It's Bayonne.
Bayonne, New Jersey.
Yeah, Bayonne.
Just give me a little bit about high school, being from there, going to JUCO. Why'd you go to JUCO? And then how did you make it to Nebraska?
Well, 88, non-qualifier, did sign a letter of intent. Back then, you was the Prop 48 that was out there. Basically, what that was, if you didn't qualify, you either had to sit out a year, and then usually lose your year eligibility, or you can go the JUCO route, which you can go play a semester and redshirt the next semester and come back to a school as a redshirt sophomore. So I took that plan. So when I came to Lincoln. Went through fall camp. That was in '88 when Nebraska was having the kickoff classic, and so we had a report here early in August, and got used to it then. Just kind of being on a big campus and everything like that, or D1 University. It was huge. It was a culture shock definitely for me coming out of Jersey, but made it work. It was some tough times through that. I remember sitting down with Coach Osborne, telling me the ins and outs and how this is going to work, what you need to do. He set out a plan. So I told it to myself. We sat in his office one Sunday, and he was like, maybe the JC route is going to be good for you. If you want to, basically have a year eligibility left, so that was the plan. We set out, and Coach Osborne picked up the phone, made a phone call to Lloyd Cisco, which was a great coach at Iowa Falls, Iowa, at Ellsworth. That's where it was at. And before you know it, I'm loading up my car and I'm out. And but I just remember my conversation with Coach before I left, and he says, "This is probably going to be the toughest 2 years you're ever going to go through in your life. Dealing with just a lot of adversity, school side of it, taking care of what you need to take care of." He said, "But I will tell you this: we're going to make some commitments to each other. If you commit to doing what you need to do, getting your grades right, going there, finishing up, graduating, and coming back, I'll honor your scholarship." And there it was. That was the plan. So I went off and went on to JUCO, and he was right. I've seen and I played with some tremendous talent. Matter of fact, I was in the back. Our secondaries with Dale Carter, that wound up playing at Tennessee and wound up playing for the Chiefs as a first rounder. He was our safety, and I was actually there, and I was playing corner and outside linebacker in the JUCO. And it was just kind of one of those experiences that I had to go through. Left there and, like I said, graduated, came back to Nebraska. But the dream was, and the plan was the whole time for me, was to come back and get on the field with the guys that I started with. And that was the Tyrone Burrs, the Travis Hills, the David Whites, Tyrone Leggett, Tyrone Hughes, all these guys that we came in together. And this is, that I wanted to be a part of. And once I got back and got on the field with them, it's just, it was a tough time. And it almost didn't even happen, to be honest with you, coming back. And I tell people this all the time when I tell my story. It was a crazy snowstorm back that day when I left Ellsworth, and I've never been on black ice before. And that ride used to take about 5 hours going from Iowa to Nebraska. Well, I would say around the Council Bluffs area. And I'm telling you, I'm driving and I got this 5.0 Mustang, tires are slick, no snow tires on there, no money, about $40 in my pocket. Windshield wipers didn't work, and here I am driving. My little car's loaded up, and I see this car come flying down the freeway and start sliding, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. I get out to try to go help these people, and I slip. And I'm like, I'm driving on this. I'm doing 60 miles per hour, and I literally had to do 10 to 15 miles per hour, coming from Mason City, Iowa, all the way to Council Bluffs. Wow. That drive was about 5 to 6 hours, took 13 hours.
Wow.
So I'm looking at that, and I tell my kids this story because I can even imagine. My kids can't go around a block with me not calling them 6 times. Now, I didn't call home. Here I am back in those days, you had calling cards. My parents didn't know what I was doing. They didn't know where I was at. I was on a quest to make it back to the University of Nebraska. I was on a quest to make back to Lincoln to follow my dream. Nothing was going to stop me. But I'm telling you, that storm almost got me. And I'm telling you, by the grace of God, and I'm telling you right now, that's what was there. That was helping me drive. Somebody took over that wheel and helped me get back to Lincoln and finish my story.
I want to talk about this because I think it's important. Terrell, you can speak to that. Terrell Farley, Black Start number 43 linebackers on as well. But you guys both can speak to this. What's the difference between playing out of JUCO and playing at Nebraska way back then? What are some of the differences?
Terrell, you want to go? Yeah.
Well, we I don't know if Ernie them had an out of state rule. We had an out of state rule, so you only was allowed like 10 guys. So, you really had to go in and be one of those 10 guys in it. But you could say the talent level wasn't compared to like Nebraska. It was like playing a 5th year in high school to me. It was like 5th year seniors in high school. Everybody wasn't good. But like Ernie said, he played with Dale Carter. I know Dale Carter myself. He's from Georgia. But and like Ernie said, once you go to JUCO, man, you kind of feel lost, but because you're in a town that's very small, very small, and you have nobody but yourself there. So you got to make that commitment to yourself. But it feels like a 5th year of high school to me.
Well, Terrell, that's crazy because, remember, I sat out the beginning of my senior, well, that would have been my 5th year, meaning when I got out of high school, I sat out part of that first year. I was a freshman, so almost like a redshirt year, but I just went to school. So I was losing a year.
Yeah.
Going in. So that was even crazier for me, versus just going right from high school to the JUCO. You know, so I don't know if, you know, other experiences like that. So yeah, it felt like football all over again. You know, I didn't have to learn how to play again, but once I got between the lines, I got between the lines. But it was just a year off, you know, took a lot out of me, you know, at a young age like that, you know. So and that's the first time I've ever had a year off on anything, you know, in sports. So the difference for me was, you know, one, just getting there, and he's right. You know, he's talking about small towns, you know, and that was it. It's just, you know, you had to rely on yourself, and that's what it was about. I was on a quest, just like he was. You know, it's just like you know, guys that go there, you know, they want to, you know, further their careers and try to get scholarships and go in other places and stuff like that. So it's always the in route. But, you know, for some, you know, there's a lot of loss there too. There's a lot of baggage there, you know, that guys can't get through. You know, you got to kind of sift through that kind of stuff. That's what Coach Osborne was telling me. That's the tough part about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're going to see the guys that had that talent, you know, that could be D1 athletes, but a lot of them can't make it, you know, and that's what I dealt with the most. So for me, the biggest was, you know, that was the difference. So much of the skill of the athlete and stuff like that. And we had a little different conference. I know Kansas might have been a little different because Wilhite came from, I think, Coffeyville. And Bruce Pickens with the Dodge City.
Yeah.
I know Bruce Pickens. I was talking to Bruce Pickens' son in Omaha just last night. You know, he was asking, how was my dad? And I was like, your dad taught me how to backpedal. You know, I've never seen anybody backpedal like Bruce Pickens, you know, but and again, here I am not naive to what junior college was. This we were still doing fall camp, you know, so I knew if I seen a guy like Bruce coming out of there, you know, this is like one of the coolest dudes I've seen, you know, because I didn't play, you know, any kind of secondary. Coming out of high school, I was a linebacker. I couldn't tell you what was going on behind me, you know, because it wasn't going to get to them when I played, you know. Right. So when I seen Bruce, you know, I was just like, wow, you know, there's layers of this stuff, and you know, different positions. And I was like, again, like I said, he taught me how to backpedal, you know. So yeah, I credit a lot to the JCs, you know, especially the one that I went to, just because of the talent level that was there and the team that we had, you know. Well, and so my transition back to Nebraska, to be honest with you, was a lot easier, you know, but I just had to learn what Nebraska's system was, you know, at that time, you know, secondary coverages and stuff like that. But playing around different talent level, you know, it was good that I had that tune up again, because remember, I missed a year.
Yeah, so I got we're gonna throw it to break in a couple minutes, and I was gonna ask you guys both, you know, the differences in facilities at the time. I mean, that was JUCO's like the worst high school, right?
Yeah, no, mine was we practiced at a grammar school, right? A grammar school.
Wow.
And the basement of the grammar school was the locker room, and that was it. You know, there was a couple of showers down there, maybe 40, 50 lockers in this basement. So we would come up the stairs like cellar stairs. Like if you're on the East Coast, if you got a basement, sometimes your basement is outside, not inside the house. To get to the basement, you can get to it from the outside with stairs. That's how we came out. It was like a cellar, you know, from outside stairs to get inside the locker room. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We had to walk like a mile just to get to practice. So, you know, every day.
No.
You walk over a little pond, then you had to walk to the practice field. It was way low there. And the dorms was farther than that. You know, the dorms the dorms was not that great. We had a payphone. We had 4 rooms that with 2 people in each room with a payphone in the middle and a bathroom that y'all had to share. You know, so it wasn't a great atmosphere. You know, it was either do or die. You know, either you're gonna survive and make it, or either you're gonna give up or go home.
So
I gotta before I throw it to break, I gotta tell this story real quick. So, and Ernie, you will. We talked earlier. You will definitely connect with this story. So I just get a text. So back in I won't even tell the whole story, but I'm gonna tell you the text and then I'll tell you the story. I just got a text from Clester Johnson. Clester say, "Tell Ernie what's up." That's the OG who gave me a "you are good enough" talk. He says, before Toby was knocking heads off, you did not want to take a hit from Ernie. So we're going to throw it to break. But when we get back, Ernie, I want to talk a bit about Big Brotherhood because Clester gave me that same speech.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. I'm getting goosebumps because I'm like, wow, look how all this stuff is connected. But, man, listen, when we get back, we're going to talk more with Ernie Beeler, class of 1993, my big brother, senior when I was a freshman, played with all those great guys that I think started off the way that we won those championships. You guys, Ernie, you guys paved the way for us. You guys set the foundation for us. And then all we did was build on the foundation that people like Ernie Beeler and his class set. It's the Captain Show, 93.7. We'll be right back.
Generation V.
Opening a new location at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Join us this Saturday during our grand opening sale. Everything is buy one, get one free. Mix and match between Vape, Delta 8, and Kratom, or buy two of your favorites for the price of one. Buy one Elf Bar disposable, get one free. Buy premium THCA flower, get a free glass pipe. You decide what to BOGO this Saturday.
Generation V.
Don't miss the grand opening sale this Saturday at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Well, I'm an interior designer. A lot of builders don't have designers on staff. I'm included with our Aspen package and can make your home more custom to your taste, your needs, and your wants.
Rachel's our interior designer at Aspen Builders. She's one of the reasons that makes us really good at what we do. I'm Bob Benish, and we absolutely love how Rachel takes care of our clients.
I think the biggest challenge with building is a lot of clients are worried about all the choices. When they come in, they kind of have a deer in the headlights look. I like to ask people at the end, so what did you think? And usually they pause and they say, you really broke it up, kept it simple. We just did one meeting at a time, so I wasn't looking at all the decisions I had to make. I had plenty of time to decide things. You walked me through it all. It made it simple.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th and Yankee Hill.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-9462.
The sweet relief of air conditioning after a hot day in the summer sun. For only $2.88 a day, LES helps power life's special moments and your comfort. Learn more at les.com/value.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I wanted to quit for so long, but I didn't know where to start.
I was afraid of what people would think, but then I found the right support to start my recovery journey. 1 in 14 Americans reports experiencing a substance use disorder, a treatable medical condition. Treatment can take many forms, so there are a variety of options to explore and find the one that works best for you. recovery from drug addiction is possible.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Heartland International in Lincoln reminds us that people today are facing more hardships than ever before. It's becoming all too common to hear that someone has become so desperate that they've taken their own life. People almost always warn those close to them that desperation is near. Be a shoulder to lean on and insist that they seek professional help. This message from Dennis and Penny Nunn at Heartland International in Lincoln, marketing quality products since 1974. Visit heartlandinternational.com. We're stronger when we help one another.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
BJ, did you ever get a chance to meet Broderick Sandman Thomas? Yeah.
He had 1 year where he just went off.
Tampa?
Yeah, he had 174 tackles.
Wow.
And 11 sacks in 1991. 7 forced fumbles.
That's why, like when I asked Terrell, who's the best linebackers? I don't know if I've ever heard Broderick Thomas come out of Terrell's mouth. It's always same guys. Jay Foreman, Levant David, Barrett. But again, if you don't watch the tape, you don't know how good they were.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors.
Just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Back with Vershawn Jackson. Powered by Bauer. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yes, that's right. It's 93.7 The Ticket, the captain show. I'm with a captain in my life, a big brother to me, somebody that I looked up to, man, because some of us came in without no daddy, so we look to our big brothers to give us the ropes, to show us how to be tough and give us all types of different, I call it nuances of game and life in order to live from and play from. So without further ado, Ernie, do you remember the Clester Johnson conversation?
Cluster's conversation with your conversation, LP's conversation, man, it was all the same to me. I know I had to put my arms around you guys, man, and it was just real simple. And I don't know, Cluster, I might have been one of the times where he tried to come out and try to cut me, and I might have kneed him in the face or something like that, and he looked at me like I was crazy.
No.
Day playing that cut block, huh?
Hold on. No. You had a talk him off the ledge conversation.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. You had a you good enough to stay here conversation, because I'd imagine you was there when he was a quarterback.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember that now that you say that, I forgot about the switching spots for him and stuff like that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Going through those reps, man, it was just, I might have been one of them times he was coming up the field, head down, and you could tell he obviously had talent, and yeah, his good was good, to be out there. But he's just like everything else. I have a son, and that's so crazy maybe that prepared me to have that conversation with my son about playing quarterback, and people looking at them and saying, you know what, you don't fit the mold for this quarterback position for me, so that's crazy that now you say that because of playing quarterback at the time, going through the reps and looking at the numbers and not really getting a chance and getting a lot of reps out there. And then, when you do get the reps, it's not with everybody else. You ain't running with, the good groups or the bad groups. You're just out there just getting reps. And I do vaguely remember the conversation, maybe just kind of walking up the field, just kind of watching his body manner and maybe his demeanor a little bit, and having the conversation with him about, I don't know word for word about you being the best so you can play out here, but I was like, basically to keep your head up, you can do this, regardless of where they're going to put you at or where you can play, be a part of this, because I knew he was tough. I knew he could play. I just knew that he was, a lot of times if you don't have that conversation and interject with younger players when they're having them tough times in practice. You don't know what goes on when they get back to the dorm. You don't know what that conversation is like with family at home, you know? And that's what I didn't have that. And I knew that was a part of me, you know, going through the JCs and coming back and stuff like that, that I had to lean on myself a lot more. So it might have been a lot of that kind of conversation.
Yeah, well, so back in '95, I told you, Feast, I didn't get off scout team after you left in '93. I had to get another dose of it in '94. Coming in with Lawrence Phillips and a bunch of Leslie Dennis and all these guys that I came in with that's playing, going in my third year, I'm like, man, and they asked me to go from fullback to tight end. And I'm like, man, I'm 6 foot. Man, that don't even make sense. I can just transfer and go play running back. And I had my head down. I was dejected. I wanted to get in the transfer portal. Thank goodness we didn't have a transfer portal back then.
Word.
Because I'd have been in it. And no, I wouldn't have, because I had a guy like Clester Johnson, who now I know he got the conversation. That's why he was able to give it to me. And he told me, you're good enough to play here. You got to believe in yourself, and you got to work hard. It don't matter. And I wasn't even thinking about Clester, like you said, playing quarterback and having to go to receiver and be the best receiver out there and not get very many balls and still stay humble and still go hard, still block people down the field, still chop block and do all the things you're supposed to do as a great receiver for Nebraska at that time. But he talked me off the ledge, told me he poured life into me, told me that I was good enough, but I had to work harder than everybody else in order to put myself on that football field. And if tight end was the position, then I needed to outwork everybody at that tight end position. And I ended up playing Clester senior year, and that last championship year, I got some great time in some, not in wash-up time, but when they really needed me.
Yeah. And that's what it was about, man. It's just, everybody's connected, like we talked about earlier. You talked about the dots. You start connecting these dots, the conversations, the relationships, you find with these dots being connected, there's the passion, there's the love, there's the brotherhood, and it's just the love for Nebraska, and that's what you found, man. And, things had to be passed down. And that's funny because you mentioned through the segment when I was listening to the radio, you guys had must have been a conversation about Sandman.
Yeah.
When we got here, I was in a room as a freshman with Broderick Thomas, Leroy Etienne, the Louisiana legend. This is what I said, the Louisiana legend. That's how you had to address him. Leroy Etienne called me the Louisiana legend.
Wow.
Okay, Brad. Like I said, who else was in there? Lawrence Pete, Charles Fryer, Mike Crow, Mills was in there. There's a couple of Jersey guys, and what it was some Jersey guys, it was and some Texas guys, and it was some New Orleans guys. And I would believe Mickey Joseph was in there at a young age. And they sitting us down, they was telling us and gave us the blueprint. This is what this is about. This is how you got to conduct yourself. This is how you got to play. This is how you need to teach younger brothers that are coming in, have this same kind of meeting with them on these freshman classes. So I credit a lot of that to them, because I took that and I was just like, this is it. This is what we need to do. Again, for me, it was like I said, it was a culture shock. I was just telling somebody, I drove in here, bringing my boys to camp. And I remember stopping in, somewhere outside, maybe Scotts Bluff at this gas station and got some lollipops, right? And it was funny because I was telling the story to the lady at the counter. I said, when I first came to Nebraska, I was downtown staying in the Corners Hotel right before my last interview or whatever you want to call it for the day. I went into I think it was Walgreens, might have been on O Street somewhere. And I went in and I got 2 or 3 lollipops. I got a bag of chips and I got, a soda. So on the East Coast, you get a soda, they're gonna give you a straw. So she was asking me questions like, do you want a sack for your pop and your suckers? I'm just out of Jersey. I'm like, a sack for my pop and suckers. What you saying to me? Because we don't call it that on the East Coast. I'm like, a sack, she's saying to me, I'm thinking like a potato sack, not a brown bag. you know, and it was different. And I just told this story to the lady. She cracked up about it. I'm like, yo, that's how different it was to me. That's for somebody just a difference between a lollipop and a sucker. That's how crazy it was back then. You know, the difference between being culturally shocked. You know, so when you have that conversation with Rod and everybody else, and they was telling us this is what you need to do, I understood that because I knew I had to conduct myself a certain way, okay, to make it. Not just make it in Nebraska. That helped me already make it in Iowa to come back to Nebraska. So yeah, man, it's a lot of that stuff was passed down before me, and it was passed down through them, and that's why we had to give it to y'all the same way in that rawness form. You know, we had to give it to you that way so you can understand it. Okay, it's because each person is not going to accept it the same way. You know,
who is that person? Who is that person that gave it to you?
I think it might have started. In that first meeting. You know, with them. You know, having the conversation about how to conduct yourself, and you know, but for me, was Frank Solich. You know, Coach, you know, came to me and he was just like, hey man, you know, this is how it's gonna go down. Trust me and do the things that I tell you to do. You know, you're gonna be successful. You know, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy because it's not. All right, but I believe in you, you know, and you got to get this done. And when I left and came back from the JUCO, you know, like I said, I played 1 year, I redshirted 1 year up there. And again, this was part of that second year when I didn't really have anything to do, and you know, came back, my weight was up, you know, and it was bad. I just remember coming back and I'm like, yo, y'all don't even know what it took to get back here. But I remember my commitment with Coach Osborne. You know, Boyd Epley running me on the shuttle, didn't pass the shuttle, 40 time was horrible. You know, I could have did that backpedaling. That was crazy.
Talk about that. Hey, wait. See, you said something. You said a mouthpiece, and I want to put a thumbtack in. I gotta pay some bills. But you talk about. No, I want you when we come back though, Ernie. I want to talk a little bit about the shuttle run. I want to, and we're just gonna dive into some stuff because see, people don't understand that you did not practice unless you passed the shuttle.
Word.
Period. Hey, Ernie Beeler, the black shirt, captain, Rico. We'll be right back. 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
The sweet relief of air conditioning after a hot day in the summer sun. For only $2.88 a day, LES helps power life's special moments and your comfort. Learn more at les.com/value.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaving at 70th and Vine or 40th in Yankee Hill.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great. We're
definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
The Butchery by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocers. Take the quality of Venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today, located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Sunny and warm for our Wednesday. We'll see a high of around 88. Winds will be light and somewhat variable. Mainly clear tonight, a low down to around 60. We will heat up even more as we get into our Thursday. Sunny, a light south wind at around 10 and a high of 93. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Why we didn't play my song, man? Why we didn't play my song?
It's the top of the hour, so it's you got to play the open.
No, the open is the I Lost My Baby.
I don't even remember that song. It's been a long time since I did that.
Yeah, I Lost My Baby, Rico, please.
I can get it for the next one.
Okay. Ernie, you still there?
What's good? I'm still here.
Okay, so talk to me a little bit about. I know I went somewhere else, but I'm going somewhere else because we don't have a lot of time. The fastest 2 hours in radio feels like 20 minutes. So talk to me about practice and how did you just give me a little bit about, once you got to Nebraska, now what? What happens now?
Yeah, that might have been the toughest part. I know what it took to get here, mentally and physically and stuff like that, but I was not prepared. I was young and I didn't understand, kind of at that age, how to take care of my body. So, just relied on just, God's gifts and genes and everything else, that everything was just going to be good. I can always just, work that weight off, get back in shape, go hoop and do whatever. And, but as I was getting older, I probably really needed to really start taking care of my body and start training, like a college athlete. And I wasn't doing that at that time when I first got back. And so, yeah, it was an eye opener. We had, it was a pro day going on and we was to really start spring ball. And so we're working out, and obviously, and I was coming in as a DB, I think the DB time was maybe 58 or something like that in the shuttle run, and, I was just testing out bad for the whole day. And, we got down to the shuttle run and I went up and went back and it was done. I was like, man, I ain't doing this. I didn't quit. I was frustrated. I was frustrated at myself, that I let myself get into that kind of shape and I couldn't complete it, and, it's in the wintertime, it's cold outside and some choice words with Boyd and, he's going off on me and he's kind of walking me, I'm going up and down and he's just kind of just driving me, you this and that. We should take your scholarship from you. You don't deserve it. What is this? That. And I'm looking at him and I'm just like, dude, you don't know me. You don't know what I'm built like. But right now, I can't get that. I can't get it out of myself right now because of where I was at, shape-wise. And he put the dog out of me.
But explain that shuttle run then. Explain that. What was the shuttle run that everybody had to, you had your DBs, your receivers, all that had get 58. But what was that? Yeah. 25 yards, how many times?
25 yards, I want to say it was 6 times.
Something like that.
Full speed. It was something like that. Yeah, it was crazy, man. That was real. I mean, you think it's not a big deal until you do it. But if you're out of shape, it's murder.
Oh, yeah.
I seen dudes, as a matter of fact, Boyd at that time called it his Blodo squad. I'll never forget that. Blodo squad. So it was me and what he called all the out of shape fat linemen. It was in his Blodo squad. So he gave us a little label, first of all. And I don't want to mention any names, that some of the people that was with me that, you guys know, I was keeping to myself, on air, but
give us names. Give us names. Give us names.
I'm just going to name one. And if Twink's out there, don't be mad at me, big dog. But I was on there with Twink,
Oh, wow.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
So me and Twinkie was on this Blodo squad together, But before that, the story after that, I didn't complete the shuttle coming back, so that was part of it, and that's the reason why, I was on this Blodo squad. So he has a meeting with us, and before that meeting,
no practice, right?
I'm outside. Yeah.
No practice.
Yeah.
You don't.
You
don't get the practice.
Like I said, before that meeting, I'm outside and I can't catch my breath. Like I literally can't catch my breath. So back then, we're in the Cook Pavilion. We're going from the Cook to the stadium. I'm walking on the tracks and it's freezing outside and I can't catch my breath. I'm sweating. Wilhite, that's when I met Kenny Wilhite for the first time, comes up to me. I was like, bro, you good? And I was like, nah, I'm not, man. Tears in my eyes. I'm mad. I want to go drop Boyd Epley. I want to just go take him out for what he just said to me. What he didn't know, and I just kept killing. I kept telling Kenny Wilhite, he didn't know what it took for me to get back here. He didn't know what it took. Kenny looked at me and was like, but you're here now. What you gonna do about it? K-Dub said that to me. We went back in the locker room. I laid down on the benches in the locker room, South Stadium, and Kenny was like, it's gonna be real simple. You're gonna have to just get in shape. and show them. And that was it. I made that choice right then and there. The next morning we had a meeting with Boyd over in the weight room, me and the Blodo squad. And he was like, "This is how it's going to go down." All right. I think I weighed in. I was about 245.
Ooh,
Crazy.
wow.
Yeah, it was big. He was big. He was like, "This is what I want you to do." He's like, "In 2 weeks, I'm gonna weigh you again." All right. This is the weight. He gave us target weights to hit. So we had to meet with the sports nutritionist, all that kind of stuff, diet and everything. You know, back then it was high carb diets, and chicken and stuff like that. Stay away from fast food and stuff like that. No red meat. That was the diet at that time. Everything was color charted. Just basically isolated us, right? And I say this story because I'm gonna tell you what it did for me. I was like, all right, well, they don't know me, and I had to prove myself to a lot of people. So you know what? I just got to work. So Boyd told me, "I want you." So I was like, I thought 240 something. He said, "Next time I weigh you, I want you at 225, in 2 weeks." So he gave me this little workout plan with Brian Bailey, wherever he's at today. It was one of the best that was down there, along with Boyd's staff. Brian was my dude. He was like, "Let's get it. Let's get the work done." So I threw the Timbs on, threw the hoodie on, and got to work, man, every day. But one thing they didn't know, that I was jogging at night. I was jogging in the morning. Every time I had a chance, that's all I did was trying to get in shape. So the next time I weighed in, I was at 215. He was like, "What? What is this going on? This and that." In 2 weeks, 215. He couldn't believe it. I was like, "You want to go run the shuttle now?" No, he says, "No, you got time for the shuttle." All right, he said, "I'm going to weigh you in a week." All right. Next time he weighed me in, I was at 203. I said, "Let's go run the shuttle." Ran the shuttle, blew it up, passed it, right? So I'll never want to be on your Blodo squad. But during that time period, and let me tell you, this is the other side of it. And I'm not pointing names at coaches or anything else. I cannot get any coach to look me eye to eye in that building when I came back. Only one.
So Ernie, what was your true position at Nebraska? Because they got you listed
I
as a
came in as a
linebacker.
safety.
Yeah.
So I was playing strong, and then we switched to the 4-3. I went to Sam.
Oh, okay.
Well, get back to that though, Ernie. Get back to that. Get back to what you were saying.
Yeah. So when and it was just one of them days in between one of those weighing periods. I'm walking down the hall, hoodie on, and just don't want to hear nothing from nobody. Head down, the Cluster Johnson look. Okay, the VJ look. Just like I don't want to be here no more. They didn't know, and I just kept going back. They didn't know what it took. But as I kept saying that to myself, I kept fighting. I kept saying, "You know what? Prove it. That was my word. Prove it to them. Prove it. You said you want to get back on the field. Prove it. And so when I started getting to those weights, start doing that, Solis sees me one day, and I walked up. He was going to you ready to go eat, and I was coming through the tunnel, and I was on one side. He was on the other side. I'm assuming that he ain't gonna say hi to me. He's not gonna speak to me like all the other coaches wasn't at that time. And he kind of just beeline right over to me, and he like punched me in my chest a little bit, as one of Solis's, chin ups, and he got my head up, and he says, "They can't keep a good man down. They can't keep a good man down. Don't let them." And he kept walking. And from that day on, that was it. So I was determined, and I kept that chip on my shoulder every time I got on the field. So that's what you saw. That's what you felt. I remember one of these practices, dude, I'm trying to knock every tight end out in the building.
Dang.
Everybody. And me and Coach Brown were just talking about it the other day, and I don't remember, I'm not going to mention names, but there was one that I, just got caught on the numbers, and it was we were in that two shell, and I'm coming up the hash mark, back then, Dolphins always teach, don't leave the hash until the ball is in the air. But I'm just like, oh no, I got this Y coming right at me, and it was lights out. I wasn't worried about trying to get no interception. I wanted to make a statement. I wanted to make a statement to the whole state of Nebraska, to everybody on both sidelines, that I'm here to play, and this is how I can play. This is what you didn't see about me, and let him have it. Let him have it with everything I had. And I remember Coach Osborne walking to me in line, putting his arms around me, and said, "Son, I don't want you to ever hit anybody like that again." He said, "These are your teammates. Ernie, we know you can play, but what I saw today was violence. So you don't have to do that, son. You don't have to do that. What are you gonna say when T.O. says that to you? All right, coach. Into the next time. But yo, word up, for real. That's what really happened.
Yeah, but you didn't. You
took that shot. They know they took that shot. I ain't gonna mention no names.
Hey, can I guess?
Yep. Nope. Oh, you can guess who?
Well, I gotta go with Johnny Mitchell.
Nah, hell no, it wasn't Johnny.
Garrett
No, it
Armstrong.
wasn't Johnny. You ain't gonna never get a clean one on Johnny.
Right.
Johnny
I figured I'd go right to the top. Garrett
Yeah,
Armstrong.
you wasn't gonna get one on Johnny like that. Johnny had eyes in the back of his head, bro. You wasn't getting that.
I ain't even gonna guess. I don't even want to know because I already know. I mean, obviously, that conversation that you had with T.O. didn't work.
It was respected. I understood where he was coming from.
You just
No,
didn't
I
hurt
knew.
people, but you still hit hard. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
man.
like. And let me ask you a question. Okay, so let's keep going because this is interesting. So you there, you ain't the starter at that point. And, and when I go back and I look at 91, I was gonna ask you, how are you at strong safety 5'11", 220 your sophomore year, and then junior year 5'11", 200? Most times it goes up, not down. But you told that story, so I appreciate you giving me that bit of information. So now it's obviously it's what, 91 or 92?
90, about 90, 91, 90, yeah, it's 91. 91.
Okay, so 91, season happens, you get into 92. What happens in 92?
Yeah, 92 is when we start switching things around. So 91, so we played basically a 5-man front. So we had an odd front, which back then we called it a rover, obviously. So, your strong safety was the adjuster, so a lot of times when you're coming down, wasn't so many, like it is today in the 3x1 set, you had a lot of 12 personnel, so you needed 8 guys in the box all the time. So we would come down and play over the tight end, at about 11 to 12, and basically if it was anything to a 3-side or motion or something like that, we would always just check, it was called cover 7, and get to the flats from over there. So the strong safety, just like in any other regular defense, would be the adjuster. And that's kind of how we played it. But when we had to start going down and start, teams that kind of spread us out a little bit and start going 3x1s or doubles or no backs, then we went into our diamond nickel package, which that basically just puts me, at Sam, most of the time, still doing the same coverage underneath, but it was just more of what the Sam would do with a 4-3. And that's kind of how it morphed into that. So I talked to T. Sams about that. Credit to them and Coach Steele and the GOAT, McBride, that they was able to morph that defense, during that time period for the defenses that you guys ran after that, because that was basically the statement that we started with, because now we're able to play by putting all those different athletes on the field with all those different skill sets, on both sides. So now you were balanced on both sides, and that kind of helped us out that way.
So we're gonna throw it to break, but we're gonna get into 92, and then we'll I mean, that's 92. Let's get into 93, and that's kind of when I entered the scene as a young 18-year-old rookie from Omaha, and I met Ernie at that point, and had to get real acquainted with him on a daily basis, being on scout team. So we got the great Ernie Beeler with us. I'm with
the black shirt.
Still there. Rico's in the background. Hey, it's the Captain Show. We'll be right back.
Always up to no good.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Sartor Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Sartor Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices. The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th and Yankee Hill.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's efforts. It's the entire dealership. Sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Generation V.
Opening a new location at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Join us this Saturday during our grand opening sale. Everything is buy one, get one free. Mix and match between Vape, Delta 8, and Kratom, or buy 2 of your favorites for the price of 1. Buy 1 Elf Bar disposable, get 1 free. Buy premium THCA flower, get a free glass pipe. You decide what to BOGO this Saturday.
Generation V.
Don't miss the grand opening sale this Saturday at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
BJ, did you ever get a chance to meet Broderick Sandman Thomas? Yeah.
He had 1 year where he just went off.
Tampa?
Yeah, he had 174 tackles.
Wow.
And 11 sacks in 1991. 7 forced fumbles.
That's why, like when I asked Terrell, who's the best linebackers? I don't know if I've ever heard Broderick Thomas come out of Terrell's mouth. It's always same guys. Jay Foreman, Levant David.
Barrett Root.
But again, if you don't watch the tape, you don't know how good they were.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Look. Started over for me, Rico. I'm a little late. I was talking to DP.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Lost my baby in a pool game. Lost my baby in a pool game, and I know, and I can't go home.
Okay, correct.
I said, I know, I can't go home.
Tell him again, Terrell.
Lost my baby in a pool game. Lost my baby in a pool game, and I know.
Yeah.
And I can't go home. I said, I know, I can't go home. Yeah. Lost my baby in a pool game.
I lost my baby.
Baby in a pool game. I lost my baby in a pool game, and I know I just can't go home.
Yeah. The black shirt serenaders with the lost his baby at a pool game, Ernie Beeler.
I hear it.
How bad would it be to lose your baby at a pool game?
Nah, bro.
One of them Huskers that slid in and snatched her up.
You're not having. We ain't doing that.
Hey, so we get into 93. All right. Well. Let me back up. Going from that spring of 92 or spring of 93. Where are you at on the depth chart? What position are you playing?
Going into 93. I think I'm 2 behind Carmer. Going in, 2 behind Steve, and that's when I believe.
No, Steve was gone. Wait. Steve was gone. Going into 93. Steve was gone.
Oh, going to number 3. No, so going into the 93 season, I'm already out of the DB room. I'm at Sam linebacker, and I'm a starter going in.
Tell me how you got your black shirt.
Yeah, man. Like I was telling you the story, one of the biggest thrills for me was turning the corner, South Stadium equipment room. It's 2 ways that, you turn that corner, either coming from the field or going downstairs to South Stadium by from the training room. And the biggest thing that I always used to see going in is that first day of practice in full pads. You see everybody's jerseys in there, and you would see all the red jerseys for offense and these yellow pennies that look like, mesh jerseys for defense, and then sprinkles of black inside these boxes. And I said, oh my God. When I saw that for the first time, and I looked at my box and one wasn't in there, I was like, that crushed me. That crushed me. And I said after that, when I got mine for the first time, I literally got my bag at that counter. If y'all remember, I got the bag at the counter talking to Glenn. You know, he had a big smile on his face giving it to me because I don't know, I guess he must have known what it meant. And I couldn't wait to open up that bag and take that jersey out. And that was it, man. That was my claw. I knew I made it. I made something. Yeah, I didn't know what, but I know once I got that black shirt, and I remember, you know, my conversation with McBride after that, you know, about that black shirt, was the biggest thing I've ever dealt with, because he told me, he's like, you know, this can be taken away from you.
Yes, sir. That's what he said.
I said, what?
Yeah, Ernie, it took me 6 games to get mine, and I was kind of jealous because, you know, it's kind of hard when you gotta practice with that yellow jersey on, but you still and you practicing with the first defense though. It made you feel kind of weird, because I was in that situation too where I was playing a lot, but I just didn't get my black shirt till the 6th game of the season.
Yep. And T, a lot of people don't know that. You could be a starter and not have a black shirt.
Oh yeah.
You know, I tell people that all the time. Just because you start, you got to earn the black shirt.
Oh yeah,
and that's why it was so different.
And McBride made me realize, because I was one of the guys that got my black shirt took him for 2 weeks, so I had to earn it back. So because I got suspended for the first 2 games of my senior year. So, you know, they took it away from me, but I got it right back though. So, you know,
you're lucky to get it back.
Yeah, but you know,
you were lucky to get it back. I've seen guys that got it taken that still balled out, never got it again.
How important for the University of Nebraska, even though we're going through different coaches and different phases, how important is it to keep the black shirt tradition going?
Bruh, let me tell you something. I got goosebumps when you just said that. Keep it going.
Yeah.
My license plate says B-shirt 23 on my car right now.
Yeah.
It's always been that way.
Yeah.
You know, I'm telling all the black shirts, get a personal plate. Get it. I don't get tattoos, get whatever you want to do. It's a real fraternity.
Yeah.
It's real. I told Trev this the other day, yesterday. It's the unspoken word for us.
Brotherhood.
What that means.
It's a brotherhood for life.
It's a brothers for life, right? And I tell you, man, I can't describe it. You know, you can't put it into words. DJ asked me, what's the heart of a black shirt? I mean, I almost choked up. I don't know what kind of answer I gave him the other day, but I'm telling you, man, because nobody's never asked me that. And I've been dying to even try to talk about it, because that's what it means to me. You know, when I see people from California and Arizona, you know, I see these signs, Arizona's for Nebraskans and California's for Nebraskans and stuff like that. And I work in Arizona. Every time I see somebody, I see, you know, older people from Nebraska throwing up the cross on me. I was like, what? You know, and I throw it right back to them. And it's always been a conversation about the black shirts. But where it started from on my recruiting visit, my teacher says, Ernie, I need you to do me a favor. Bring me back a T-shirt. Bring me back a black. No, he didn't say T-shirt. He said, bring me back a black shirt. I was like, what is that? I didn't know anything about the defense being the black shirts or being a part of the defense and being a part of the black shirts. And, you know, I parked up by the stadium just yesterday, and right over there used to be the Little Red Shop, the Little Red Store. It used to be there. And that whole side of it used to be all nothing but just parking and this little store that sold memorabilia there. Mm-hmm. So I did all my last visits and everything for him. I'm about to go back to the hotel. I got to get some shirts. I go over there, and I'm walking around, this little old lady, and I think I told the story to Tommy Fraser. The little lady says to me, I said, I got to get a shirt. You know, I said, ma'am, what's the black shirt? And she stopped and she paused. She said, son, that's how we win championships around here. I said, what? Little old lady told me that's how we win championships around here. She said, son, that's our defense. She was blessing me with it right then and there. This is like, yo, you get one of these shirts, you're part of a fraternity forever. I mean, that's the way I was feeling in our conversations. She was just like, it's what we do. This is how we stop people around here. And I'm like, this lady she's like really into defense. I'm just like saying to myself, but maybe she's just been around it she was there. She's been around it for a long time. And she knew when Nebraska is good, the black shirts are the best. You know? And so we go back and you think about all the offenses that we had, okay? We won championships, okay? But we had them shirts out there making stops.
Yeah.
Stop at the stop at the stop at the stop at the stop. When we play, T, fourth quarter, zeros. Nobody scores on us in the fourth quarter. And we got to get 10 to 14 points. Either on turnover picks or something else. We going to score. We ain't care about what the offense is going to do. We going to score. We going to finish this game out. Zeros. And it was unspoken.
Wow. So
Charlie Mack would just look at us. Charlie Mack would just look at us. And if you know Charlie Mack's one of his looks, it's a wrap, bro. And if you've been about McBride, you know he'll look at you and he'll be that kind of guy you will run through the stadium for.
Mm-hmm.
See, am I lying, bro? I'm not lying. I'm telling you, he's that dude because I'm telling you, he would tell you, I'm gonna run right there with you. Bad knees and all. I'm giving it to you. I'm coming. You know, he was that kind of, defensive coordinator for us. But I loved him because he believed in me, and he pushed. I'm gonna put you in a position, where this defense is gonna be really, really good, and you're gonna be a big part of it.
Yeah.
So when we switched over everything, man, that black shirt means everything to me.
Charlie McBride should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Best defensive coordinator ever.
Yes, he is not spoken enough about.
Not giving the credit that other coaches get.
He needs all the flowers, bro. All the flowers.
Yeah.
So let me. I'm gonna keep you choked up because I'm gonna touch back on it again. When we talk about the heart of a black shirt, because the heart of a Husker was where the basis of it was, but the heart of a black shirt is a little bit different than the heart of the rest of the Huskers that's a part of the team. So when we talk about the heart of a black shirt, what does that guy play like? Look like on the field?
It's a renegade to me. It's a guy that's probably a lunatic, because you got to understand when you say that about black shirts, you got probably 15 to 16 black shirts that goes out there and that really gives it all on the field, just, from the defensive line to the linebackers to the DBs, y'all all on the same page, and that's to destroy somebody.
Yeah, brother.
What
is that? You know why we used to link up? If you look at some of our old huddles, we're fist to fist all the way around. And that was our bond. It's just almost like Wu-Tang when he said we formed like the head. Once that last hand was grabbed, that force field was there. Then after that, nothing else was said into that play. All the talk and this and that, all you heard was checks, this and that, crowd. None of that, you didn't hear nothing. That's how locked in we were. Every time we got in the huddle, Mike would make his call, me and Mike Anderson make his call, DBs would make their call, we'd lock hands, next play. And then it was just a serious bond, and that's how we came together. So I always, when I heard Wu came out with that joint, I was like, oh, okay. And I used to watch Voltron back in those days, and they said we formed like Voltron, we were all connected. Mm-hmm. And what T was saying to you is that you're not told you about this. This was a true brotherhood. You want to call it renegades, tough guys, bandits, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to call it. I'm just talking about, man. It was unreal having that feeling of being on the in the field with those type of players. Unreal. I couldn't imagine with anything I've ever dealt with playing a sport of having that bond with these brothers. And once you got hands, all right, you were in. No excuses. You were all in. And it was play by play. And now we moved that to day by day, getting better and better. A team that can't be beat won't be beat. That's us, bro. That's what we believed in. Straight up and down. And I'm telling you, you talking about being in Memorial Stadium and having that crowd go crazy. It was like lights on, lights off. That's how our huddle was. It was the craziest thing, craziest feeling I ever heard when you got 76,000 people yelling and you can hear Mike, because Mike had a low voice. Say what he had to say, DBs, and then after that, lights off until somebody made a shot. And it was just, I'm going to get this hit before you get this hit. bang, 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 bang. And then that's all you can hear. It's like car crashes, and then the light comes back on. Craziest thing for me, man. Crazy experience. And Toby talked about that one day. And it was just, we sat somewhere in a restaurant in Chandler, and just people thought we were just bugging out, having these conversations about hitting people. But we were just talking about those moments, just like that. No doubt.
We are talking to former Husker Ernie Beeler. I think the progenitor of some of the toughness that we picked up moving it forward in 93, 94, 95, 96, and 97, because I was still there and I got a chance for Ernie's tentacles to touch my heart, to touch the way I play football and the way that I look at things on that football field. We're going to take a break, but when we get back, Ernie, I just want to talk about the 93 season, Florida State coming up short. What's your memories of that season? Because like I said, 18-16, 2 points separated us from winning the championship and three-peating in that situation. It would have been a three-peat. And so I want to talk a little bit about that more. Ernie Beeler, right after the messages.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices. Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Generation V.
Opening a new location at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Join us this Saturday during our grand opening sale. Everything is buy one, get one free. Mix and match between Vape, Delta 8, and Kratom, or buy two of your favorites for the price of one. Buy one Elf Bar disposable, get one free. Buy premium THCA flower, get a free glass pipe. You decide what to BOGO this Saturday.
Generation V.
Don't miss the grand opening sale this Saturday at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th and Yankee Hill.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere sprayer from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Leverage the industry's latest technology with See & Spray to target weeds in season, in corn and soybeans, and use less herbicide per acre. Utilize Exact Apply to save in chemical usage and prevent over-application. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, call 988 for free, confidential, and compassionate support. On July 16th, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is transitioning to 988. There is hope. For 24/7 support, call, text, or chat 988.
Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
What's the most important thing about Warhorse Casino Lincoln? The people. The people who come to play and the people who make it all possible. Our team of trailblazers are the spirit behind everything we do. Join the Warhorse Casino family for a one-of-a-kind career. We're looking for driven individuals for our team in areas such as accounting, cashiering, currency drop and count, food and beverage, housekeeping, and more. Our team members are eligible for insurance and earn paid time off from day one. Not to mention paid holidays, 401k matching, discounts on meals, and the opportunity to advance at a growing company. If you're ready to blaze the trail, come to our next career fair on June 15th. We'll be interviewing on the spot from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Warhorse Gaming Office, located at 3730 South 14th Street in Lincoln. Fill out your application ahead of time to expedite the process and view all open positions at warhorsecasino.com. Get in the game today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Sunny and warm for our Wednesday. We'll see a high of around 88. Winds will be light and somewhat variable. Mainly clear tonight, a low down to around 60. We will heat up even more as we get into our Thursday. Sunny, a light south wind at around 10 and a high of 93. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That's right, folks. We in the last segment, last 7-8 minutes of the show, the fastest 2 hours in radio. I'm with
The Black Shirt.
And you still there, Wafiz?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we do the little thing we say, and I'm with Ernie Beeler too. So Ernie, first of all, I want to tell you, man, big bro, it's so great to see you. Number one, even though I only got a year with you, I feel like I know you intimately. I still respect you as the big brother that you've always been to me. It's I want to tell you, I appreciate you just for unlocking that library into Nebraska football and who we were and who we need to be and become so that we can get back to the mountaintop. But in this last segment, just if you want to just sum up 93, you know, myself, Lawrence Phillips, a bunch of us came in that freshman class, but only a few of us played. Leslie Dennis played, Lawrence Phillips played as true freshman. But just sum up that season and then losing to Florida State and then kind of looking back to us winning championships. And did you feel like, you know, you was a part of that?
Of course. I tell people that all the time. I was like, you know, our team that we had my senior year started this run because of what we knew we had with you younger guys coming up in that system, because the standard was already set. The standard was set. And that season was special, man. It was real special. We knew that going in, up to the last seasons that we would have. We just kept building momentum, you know, as we got comfortable with what we were doing. You know, I think Nebraska at that time was always playing 2 seasons, it seems like. You know, we're in the old Big 8 and, you know, it's a smash and mouth ball and stuff like that. And then, you know, and then January 1, you know, we have to play this track meet, you know, so we had to get into a little different style of play consistently to be able to play and morph in what we needed, in different games. So if we need to be a run-heavy team, we can do that with personnel grouping. We had to go play passing teams, we can do that with personnel grouping. So that's where a lot of the sub-packages start coming in there. We were innovative, bro. I mean, a lot of teams wasn't even doing that kind of stuff then. When I'm talking about sub-packaging, not just with dime stuff like that and nickel stuff, I'm talking about the way teams do it now by recruiting certain people and for certain positions. So, it was different. So on the back end of stuff, when I started to see, when you said before about you played at 200 pounds, at 5'11", how'd you play that position? Well, you think about it like this. How do you think the Honey Badger played his position later on? How do you think Buda Baker plays his position? All these guys right now that, these defensive coordinators looked at Nebraska and was like, damn, they doing it like, how they doing this? And they start, it's a copycat league. They start calling around, find out how that defense was set up. What was the personnel grouping on that one? What was the body types on that one? I need stronger, faster guys. I need guys that can play closer to the line of scrimmage. That's how we were morphed. That's how everything was set up, going down to, that senior year. And we balled. We welcomed it. We played with it. We had swag with it, because one thing that really allowed us to do was play faster. All right. There wasn't 35 different checks, going on slot motion. We got rid of all of that kind of stuff. We just simplified everything so we can play fast. I mean, at the end of the day, our whole motto was, it's always going to go back to base, so just man it up. You get beat, but just man it up. Because you don't have no buses in coverage. We ain't gonna let nobody go and gap us and run up the middle and break one for 80 yards. That's not gonna happen. There's only been a couple of good runs that was going on. I think it was maybe J.J. Smith for Kansas State got off on us, him and Chad May. That was like the only team that really put up serious numbers on us, because, again, Bill Snyder, an innovative guy, stand-up tight end, 3x1 sets and stuff like that. That was the only time we really had to adjust, was going against Bill Snyder's teams, But a lot of it was just when Bill Snyder was at Iowa, you picked up on a lot of that kind of stuff. But everybody else wasn't that innovative, in the Big Eight. So we knew our goal was January 1, get to January 1, and Colorado was going to be Colorado. We was going to have to play them tough and do what we need to do there. Kansas was balling at that time. They had some players, with, I think, Stubblefield and Brown. They had a good running game too. Their offense was crazy, but they had a good defense. That was a tough game, I believe, in KU, but in Iowa State, it was going to be Iowa State. They got us my sophomore year. We slept on them going up to Ames, and I was like, I think in my career, I've only had one loss in the Big Eight and one tie,
Wow.
and my whole career. But we knew going into that senior year that was going to be a special year, and then you had Trev coming on, doing his thing. But before that, Trev was coming on, with Travis on the other side, you talking about those bookends. I remember, and that's one thing I like. When you start switching the defense up, now I can play up close to the line of scrimmage. I used to yell at Trev across the field. I'm like, get him. Beat that dude. Get in the backfield. I ain't covering this dude forever. Get him. And that's the kind of stuff we were saying on the line of scrimmage. I told Travis one time, Travis Hill, God bless him, told him one time on the line of scrimmage, like, Travis, this dude can't block you. Go around him. I'll pick it up from the back end. He ain't going to block you. Don't worry about it. Go sack the quarterback. It might have been, I don't know who Oklahoma's quarterback was. I don't think it was Cale Gundy. But it was a quarterback that did some coaching later on. But I'm just saying, that's the kind of confidence we had, with guys up there. And then when we start coming with the 4-3 and we start, coming off the edge, you see what Stu was doing. Oh, goodness. It wasn't easy, but it was just that's how good we were in the back end too. We were a complete team. And you go down to Florida State, man, it was real. They didn't want to feed us. Because now they know we can compete with them. Now they know. And once we got down there, you see the score, you know what the game was like. Bobby Bowden running on the field like it's over and stuff like that. I remember T.O. was like, no. Not so soon in his way. He could just imagine T.O. if he was doing a Mutombo kind of, deal like, no, we got time left on the clock. And it was hilarious, but he was right. And then Tremaine catches, passing the team, we get down in range. And bro, I'm like on the 20-yard line on the other end, and I'm watching the field goal from behind. And that boy goes up, and I just see it move. and it's moving fast. And I'm just like, oh, nah. And it's just, you know, that part of the end zone, man, it's just like you just kicking into the dark. You know, you just seen these palm trees in the scoreboard and just the goalpost. And it was the craziest thing, man. He missed the field goal, and dude, I was just like, it's just to this day, bro. I can't get over it. I've never watched the film. I've never watched the tape. Never watched it at all. And
really,
I hated Charlie Ward for it because I'm a New York Knicks fan. You know, he gave up football. He came up point guard for the Knicks. Like we're always rooted against him. You know, cheer for the Knicks. You know, and you know, Warrick Dunn went and had the career he had. William Floyd went and had the career he had. You know, but I go back to it, bro. To be honest with you, we left that game out there. It was on us. It was on the shirts. You know, and we didn't get it. We didn't get it.
Wow.
You know, there was a penalty late in the game. I don't know who it was, with a play out of bounds. And then I do remember it was a 4th and 1 or 4th and 2 where we could have closed the game out. And I just remember yelling down that line of scrimmage. One play. It's ours. One play. Get in the moment. Stay in the moment. Wow. Dive in the A-gap. They got us. William Floyd, 4 for a first down.
Nice. Listen, Ernie, man. Ernie, my time is up. Fastest 2 hours in radio is over, big bro, man. You got to come back, though.
No doubt.
Yeah, I got to have you back,
anytime.
Man. I appreciate you. Black Shirt, you got anything to say?
Nah, I'm good, man. Have a nice day, Ernie, man. Good talking with you.
Thanks, T-Ball. Thank you, bro. I'm about to get on the road to you, man. Thank you. It's been a pleasure watching you too, Ball. You know, you made me proud.
JUCO guys.
Yeah, for real. Real talk, man. Real talk. You made me proud.
Well, listen, man.
You passed it on too, bro. Good job.
The home of the undersized, baddest linebackers university can offer Nebraska. Yeah. Innovative Coach McBride, the best defensive coordinator to me, one of the only coaches, and you talked about coaches that talk to you. McBride was the one that talked to me, but he talked about me. So listen, man, we thank y'all for riding with us, man, on the Captain Show. I want to thank Terrell Farley, thank Ernie Beeler, thank Rico, thank everybody out there in Husker Country, Ticket Land, Captain Show. We'll see you tomorrow.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage, 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I
love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Sartor Hamann.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Sartor Hamann.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back. Sure. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
It's summertime at the Lincoln YMCA. With 3 outdoor pools, swim lessons, camps, youth sports, and child watch, there's never a dull moment for the kids. Take your wellness goals to new heights with the Y's vast array of cardio and strength training options, free group exercise classes, and the dedicated help of their specialists that will work with you to implement a plan customized to meet your needs. With 4 convenient locations, there's a YMCA near you.